Yo, what's up, Real M? All right, here we go. You know, some may call this day 2, night 2 of DADCRAFT. Okay, it doesn't look like much has changed. Oh, it looks like we have we have some sunken in pathway. Okay, whoa. That's not this could be a disadvantageous start here. Here's one of the things about the server. It tells you your death count. So we do not want to die. Because we don't want to die. So let's just buy a little time, get our horts up. Maybe making a sword would be advantageous here. But in the meantime, let's get a nice little tour of, you know what we could do? Let's hop in the bed real quick. Hop in the satchel. And then maybe, just maybe. You think a sword would be good wood? I'm with you. I think that's the plan. Let's get in here. Hopefully that thing will light on fire. Sweet dreams. That's good prog you, man. Okay. Now we have any weaponry. There's no weaponry. That's okay. You know what? We can be the provider of weapons. And also I think we need a little background music. How about a little background music? An iron sword would be good. You know what? Let's do a little ooh, little chicken never hurt anyone. I mean, maybe it does. But let's make ourselves a sword here. And let's go 4 swords. 4 swords. Did I see Hobbs stream yesterday? I was tweeted and I got a DM about what was going on. So I was at a stoplight and I pulled it up. So I watched like 3 seconds of it. Maybe, okay, 30. But if there's some good clips, I'd love to react to them. All right, so now it looks like they've done some. I don't see a lot of. Look, I mean this in the best way possible. I don't see a ton of progress. I've seen someone's gated off this area. To me, this just tells me that something went awry over here if there's a gate. But outside of that, this is a little concerning to me. Like, town hall is. Ooh, this is kind of nice. What's over here? Something's going on here. I like it. There's a mine shaft somewhere. I wonder why there's all these like stoppers. Why are there stoppers there? I like it, but what's the functionality? We got a Chartail 5. That's awesome. Where's the mine shaft? Sips is making a big circle. Sims put a bunch of starter goals for the Secretary of Treasury. All right. Blueprint for a Salander. We got gold. All right. Before we start thinking about our abode, I'd like to start, you know, just providing some value to the community. Oh.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Oh.
There he is.
You look rather dapper in your dripping iron armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you know.
Excuse me.
Some stuff has been happening around here. I don't know if you noticed, but hey, listen, if you want some iron, there's a whole bunch in here, by the way. In this other chest. Go for it.
Well,
Help yourself.
You know what? I'm a giver. I'm not a taker. I want to contribute to society before I just start taking all of our resources. But can you give me a little lay of the land? I see these like stoppers here. I feel like there's something going on, a bigger picture.
There is. Look at. Okay, so this stopper here, I use like this website to make circles in an otherwise square world.
Okay.
It's like a plotting sort of thing. So I measured it out from the portal. This portal NL made last night.
How do you feel about its placement right near City Hall? Or Town Hall?
I'm just gonna make City Hall around it. I'm not about to break somebody else's hard work, you know what I mean? So instead I'm just gonna build the City Hall around the portal.
Okay. I understand.
So I measured out to the sides here, and then from the sides, as you can see these little trenches?
Yeah.
It'll slowly circularize towards this other marker, and then to the other one over there, and then there's one in the mountain, which I've sort of put some blocks down to mark, like, you know, the length of it. So that's how big City Hall is going to be, or at least like the core of City Hall, where there's going to be another portal.
But it's going to be a dome though, huh?
Well, we can make a little dome on top of it, yeah. Like, I think it's going to be like a circular building with either like a roof or some sort of dome or something. Maybe we can, you know, make it look like an observatory or something like that if you want, or whatever. I mean, that's
that would be great. Can I be the first? What's underneath a foreman on a construction site?
Probably like a engineer, or maybe like the foreman is like the guy, right?
Yeah.
He's the guy who like directs the labor.
Yeah.
So right under a foreman, I think, is just like a worker.
Can you give me?
Is that who you want to be?
Yeah. Just tell me. Just point me in the direction, and I'll start blasting. What do we need here?
Okay. Well, we need all this leveled off. So I haven't done like the rest of like the outside of it, but in this like sort of inner area, like not too close to like the sides where like the bumpers are, all needs to be leveled to like this level. So including like all the shit at the back here. See, like this stuff.
Okay.
This mountain needs to be cleared out too. But look I can make you some nice tools. I got some diamonds.
Well, hey, you know what they say? A laborer is only as good as his
foreman is only as good as his tools.
You took it right out of my mouth.
I'll make you a shovel, because you'll need one.
Okay.
And I'll also make you a pickaxe, because you'll need one of those too.
Sounds amazing.
I'm hanging on to the diamonds because I'm greedy. Here you go. One.
Whoa.
Two.
Thank you. Okay, so I will start excavating this direction.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Cool. So
it's nice to have help. Like, jeez.
Oh, here's a mine shaft. Chat was saying there was a mine shaft because look, I was looking around and I was impressed with, like, there was something going on above my pay grade, but outside of that, it didn't seem like there was a lot going on. But it's more than meets the eye.
It is, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of really exciting stuff happening here today. Mostly today. Last night as well, actually. The portal, all we got to do is light it up. You just need like a flint and steel, which is really easy to make. Light that bad boy up, and we can go to another dimension.
Do you think we're ready for that?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, we're not in a rush, but like we can still make it the centerpiece of our town hall. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you started? So right now we're kind of building from the center out. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
So then,
this will be the center.
Subscriber.
How do you envision like individual housing, or is there just shared housing? How do you envision?
Well,
that?
I think what we'll do is like we're gonna have this circular town hall, right? And see like where the paths are for the bumpers, like on each side, it can be like the town hall, like the core of the town hall can be like a crossroads. So we can have like roads leading out, connecting up, and then along those roads we can have people's houses. You know, we can have like a big storage facility. We can have like a big sort of like central place for like mine carts to come to, full of goods that we mine up. If we find like a monster spawner, we can make an XP machine, which is kind of fun. There's a whole bunch of really cool machines that we can make that we can automate as well with like redstone and stuff.
Cool.
Man, sounds actually like it gets a lot of grief, Minecraft, but it is actually kind of fun. You can make a lot of really cool stuff in it.
You know, it's like they're giving you a clump of Play-Doh with wires, and you can make a Tesla out of it.
Exactly. That's exactly how I view Minecraft. When I think of Minecraft, that's what I think of. Tesla and potatoes.
So
and wires.
Okay, so I got it. So you see like essentially in the cardinal directions of the dome, roads leading out, and along the roads you may find some humble abodes.
Yeah, but okay, how about this? On top of the town hall, which is going to be kind of like circular, we have like a cool dome that's made out of glass, so you can get some natural light in there. But then, you know, like where the circle is, okay? I don't know if you're ready for this. It might actually blow your mind.
Okay.
But I'm thinking like the circle goes all the way down right to bedrock. Okay, so it's like a cylinder with like a big gap around it. It's going to be a lot of work. And then some bridges, okay, with like some really beautiful waterfalls trickling off of it. Maybe some lava as well, just like to spice it up a bit. So kind of like a moat, yeah, but it's like more of a chasm. And then those roads are like bridges to it. So it'll look a little bit like something out of like Lord of the Rings or something, I guess. I don't know like what you would...
I'll tell you what, you know, in your previous life, I know you were like a programming banker, but
yeah,
you sound more of like a world architect. Like, who's the guy that started The Sims? Will Wright?
Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah,
I mean,
he did start it. Yeah,
I think that's kind of what you're calling. I mean, what you're describing is a utopian society for Minecrafters around the world.
Is that the kind of society you want to be like a part of?
I do, you know, and the reason is because, you know, we're still feeling each other out. Amongst utopia, there's just a little thread of room for chaos, and that's, you know.
What kind of chaos are you talking about? Like maybe a tube filled with lava or something?
Yeah, you know, not destructive chaos, but just enough where you're like, we gotta have some a little security or some. There has to be some
like,
constitution.
Like pineapple on a pizza. You know, you get like that cheesy, doughy goodness with like some salty meat and stuff, and then bam, all of a sudden out of nowhere, why is there fruit on here?
That's exactly
that kind of chaos.
Yeah. It's like chaos. It doesn't ruin
Minecraft Utopia Dangpog.
It doesn't ruin the flavor, but it makes you think about the flavor.
It makes you think about the juices and all the other flavors and stuff, and how, like a harmony, like an orchestra of. Oh, you know what? I just realized since we're both here, we need 2 beds. Let me grab some more wool.
I mean, we don't have to have 2 beds. I'm okay with it.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a mechanic for us to share a bed. As much as I'd like to, I'm the same as you. Like, I'm pretty okay with it. But the game was obviously programmed by people who weren't very progressive. So you're just kind of you get what you're given. You know.
Okay. I can work with that.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to work with it. Unfortunately. How was your Tarkov yesterday? Did you play with Melf?
Yeah, I played with Melf. So we played some duos, and 4 out of 5 within the first 10 seconds, Melf got killed by a PMC. So
right.
So it was like you'd be like, oh, that's not good. But in terms of like watching your friend get murdered, the camera angles were so cinematic. I can't even be mad about it.
Man, it's such a great game, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Love it. Yeah.
How did your imposter runs go?
Terrible. I'm
really?
Really bad at being imposter. Yeah. My heart's not in it anymore. Because I mean, you've played in those lobbies. Those guys all have clocked hundreds of hours of that game, right?
Yeah.
There's no fooling them anymore. So you know, I just try to have fun. You know, like I don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, I do feel like the curve has like evened out a little bit. Like we played, I think last time we played together in those lobbies, there were some like really good players, but it didn't feel like the early days when it was super sweaty. It was kind of like a good mix the last time we played. Which is cool.
I think people are more just wanting to have fun now rather than take it super seriously, which is, I think it's good. I think it makes it more fun overall, you know.
For sure. So
so no, my imposter rounds didn't go so well. I'd say that maybe my crew rounds didn't go. Holy crap, you're a machine, Dan.
Hey,
look at this is just disappearing right before my eyes. I love it. I don't even have to do anything. It's just happening.
I have a saying so you can get preemptive Monka S in chat. I'm a nuclear warhead. Just point me in the right direction and I'll get the work done. But I gotta have some direction. Otherwise, it's chaos.
I mean, a nuclear warhead needs direction as well, right? You're not just going to launch that any old place. You've got to launch it at the right place.
Or hopefully not at all. You know, hopefully not at all.
Hopefully not at all, yeah.
You hope to never have to use it.
No, that's it. It's like, it's a deterrent, right? That's what they say about nuclear warheads. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta nuke someone. Maybe just like a small nuke.
It's kind of like when I saw you log in the server, you're dripped out with, you know, iron armor and a diamond sword, that's a deterrent to me. Because sometimes you think, hey, I could maybe just get a few shots in there on Sips and he wouldn't notice, but I'm on notice.
They're gonna plink right off of it. Like it's hard stuff. I'll notice. I'll hear the dinging sound. I'll turn around and I will own you.
Sips, what time is it for you? I don't have a full scope of where you are in your day.
3:20 in the afternoon. My kids just got back from school. I just picked them up.
Oh, cool. And you walk, pick them up on the bike? What do you do? Okay.
Yeah, we live really close to the school, so I can walk there, pick them up. Takes like 2 seconds. I take them in the morning. It's I normally my wife or like my mother-in-law is really good. She comes down and helps out pickups and stuff. But with COVID and everything, she can't really come down now. We're kind of like on lockdown. And my wife is pregnant, so I have taken on the job of chief picker-upper.
Got you.
From school.
What's that banter like walking back? Or like, are they like, hey Dad, what happened on the DADCRAFT server today? Or is that the last thing they'll
No, they don't ask too much actually. They're more sort of like, my son is 9, so he's always got like something that he's excited about, like him and his friends are talking about Minecraft at school or something like that, you know what I mean? So there's always something going on that he feels like he has to talk about the whole way home, which is fine.
Yeah.
My daughter is normally sort of like, because she's younger, she got hit in the face with a ball today, so she has like this big scuff mark on her face. And she doesn't like going to the bathroom at school, so she holds it in all day. So it's more like drama with my daughter.
I understand.
Whereas my son is just all about like, yeah, just talking about Minecraft all day sort of thing, you know? It's like, they're very different. But they're different in age and stuff too, right?
You think at school, like, Minecraft is just, like, the hot topic? Like, what do they talk about? Did you see that zombie I got yesterday? Like, are they just...
No, they just talk about mods that they want to make, from what I can tell. They're like... Yesterday, I picked them up from school, and my son straight away is like, yo, me and my friend were talking about how sick it would be if we had a mod for Minecraft where you could have babies or something. And I was just like, okay. Like, he uses all this weird language that I haven't taught him either, you know? Like, he says, like, sick and, like, legit. He says legit a lot now. I don't know if your kids are, like, old enough to be using those.
Oh, no, they're pretty young.
He's like, that's really legit, or, like, that would be sick or something, which I get it, but, like, I don't know. I guess his friends at school are like a bad influence or maybe a good influence. I don't know if that's cool or not.
Do they have Canadian or British accents, your kids?
Oh, fully British accents.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they
they were born here, like all of their interactions with any sort of society has been over here, school, everything. So yeah, they're fully like, they sound British. Very British.
Do they say like, do they ask Dad, how come you don't sound like us, or no?
Not really. They're just used to me now. Like they have asked, but they're very accepting of it. You know, we took them to Canada 2 years ago. Just like on sort of like March break ish around then. To like, you know, we went to visit my brother and my parents and stuff like that. So they're like aware, you know, that there's like cultural differences, that people speak differently and stuff like that. But yeah, no, they are very British. They, you know. Everything, like I say rap, they say rop. That's a bad example, actually.
Rop, like rap. I listen to rap music.
I was saying, okay, I say zebra, they say zebra. I say tomato, they say tomato.
Zebra?
Like stuff like that. Zebra, yeah, that is a very British pronunciation of zebra. Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard that enunciation of ever. Like, you've heard some British terms, but zebra, I may have to adopt that one.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's like, and then there's like little isms, right? They don't say movie, they say film. They say like, I can't think of anything else. But yeah, there are like differences, right? Just in like the everyday language, certainly like in the slang and stuff like that. So, because all of their friends, of course, are like British as well. They just pick up on all that stuff, you know?
Yeah. What do they call milk?
Just milk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know where you could go with milk. I just like, there's not much to it.
Like dairy juice or something?
No, yeah, they had dairy juice. That could be it. No, but they don't say potato. They say potato. So like tomato and potato. I feel like, you know, at least we're consistent with the way that we would say it. But with them, it's like tomato potato. Like it doesn't make any sense to me, you know. But then the English language is tricky like that sometimes, isn't it? They say it's actually really hard to learn for people who have never spoken English before and they're learning it for the first time. Because there's lots of slang and
there's a lot of words that are like this, like same thing.
Weird.
You know, like the same word means 3 different things. Like I'm not bitter, but in 2nd grade I lost a spelling bee because they gave me the word witch. You know,
right.
and
WITH or WHICH, right?
Well,
like
I spelled WITCH. And
right,
it was
right.
the other one. And in my head, and I know they didn't say this, in my head, I know I asked for an example and they said which is which, but they really didn't say that. Like that's me justifying getting it wrong in 2nd grade, but
right. But that's a tricky one. Like that is a really tricky one. Especially if they don't give you the so what example did they actually give you? Not that one, right?
Yeah,
did
it was something like which dog would you like? And I didn't and I studied for the spelling bee, but that was the only word I didn't know. I didn't know how to spell witch, WHICH.
Right.
And that's the one I got, and I was like, I learned a valuable lesson that day.
And with the spelling bees, is it like a stereotypical spelling bee where you have to stand like up in front of the class and like say, you know, spell it out and stuff? Like, was it embarrassing or anything? Or,
It was in front of the whole school in the cafeteria, and
right.
I mean, you don't. When I got it wrong, I didn't feel good. I'm sure I cried or something, but I remember the girl in my class won. She won like the whole thing, even beat like older kids, and the reward. And it's so like trivial, but I wanted it so bad. It was, imagine a pin the size of a quarter of an American dime. That was the reward, and she would just
the reward.
Yeah, and it came in this plastic box, and it just looked so cool. And you know, I haven't forgot it to this day.
So like, would you buy one of those on eBay if you could?
You know what? I think they're so rare you can't even find them. It's kind of like Stankor, you know.
God damn. Hey Dan, by the way, I think your inventory might be full because there's a lot of stuff laying around on the ground here.
Oh, is
precious materials?
Okay.
I can make another chest if you want, or actually, there's a chest here that has some space in it. You might want to just like dump some stuff in the chest.
I can do that if that's for the betterment of society.
I mean, so you know what? When all these dads start flocking in here like crazy people, they are gonna need some resources to build their houses and workshops and garages and stuff like that. Like we need to hang on to all this stuff.
Got it.
We don't want them getting in here and not having anything to build dad stuff with, you know?
Yeah. Do you think we'll have like and I don't know what kind of dad stuff you're into, but are you into like garage stuff?
Well, I mean, I'm in a garage right now. I converted my garage into a studio. So yeah, I love my garage.
But that's not typical dad stuff. I'm talking like.
No, I suppose, yeah.
Are you into? Do you do any typical dad stuff?
No, I'm like I'm a very modern dad in that sense. Like for me, a typical like old school dad would be like my dad. Like didn't care about the kids at all. You know, he would work a lot. And then when he wasn't working, he would find some other shit to work on around the house, right? That usually involved making a lot of noise, sweating profusely, and being more angry than like his day job, right? So like fixing his car or something. You know, like that's my dad was kind of like that, I guess. You know, like, but I feel like dads nowadays aren't so much like that. There's still dads out there that are like that, but like. They're a lot more hands-on nowadays, right? With kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, so hands-on with the kids instead of like the piece of trim that's hanging off the ceiling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just like there sometimes. And
what's the last thing you've fixed on your house, like that would be considered home improvement?
Like something really basic. If it's like harder than really basic, I'll just phone somebody and get them in to do it.
So like
I won't do it myself.
Like what's the last thing you remember doing?
The last thing I remember doing is I changed some light bulbs that went out.
Okay.
That's about it. Okay. That's about the extent of it. If it's anything more than that, like if I have to drill a hole in something or whatever, no fucking way. Like I'm not doing it. Because I always mess it up. it looks like somebody who doesn't know what they're doing has done it when I'm done. So, and I don't want to live like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not even a real dad. Come on, Chad. I am. I just don't want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like an animal, like somebody who just, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes you do something and you think to yourself, this is going to look great when I'm done. And then when you're done, it really doesn't look great. And you're like, man, maybe I should have just gotten somebody in to do it. You know, like, I find myself feeling like that when I do stuff around the house. So now I'm just kind of at the point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I'm just getting somebody in to do it.
Yeah, and then
It's
you
just easier.
save yourself time and, more importantly, aggravation.
That's right. I mean, at the cost of a bit of money, which, you know, of course is important, but I don't know, like, you know, they say like time is money, and I feel like if I'm spending my time doing that rather than other stuff, I could be, you know, maybe somehow in the end it'll work out that I'm just financially more better off by using my time better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like your time's better spent talking about doing the work and getting people to laugh about it than actually doing the work.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just like thinking about doing it, but then not actually doing it. But then I feel like if I thought about it a lot, I'm a lot more comfortable with somebody else doing it as well. So like, there's lots of layers of justification here going on. But yeah, no, Chat has pointed out I make more money playing video games. You're probably right, Chat. At this point, I think I probably do.
Do the parents at like your kid's school, do they know what you do? No?
Yeah, I mean, some, like, not like all of them, because like I kind of like, I know some of them to say hello, but you know, like, you know, the parents of like your kids' friends a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Like they might come over for like a birthday or something like that, so they tend to know. Yeah. And they seem to think it's pretty good. It's very much like a lot of kids watch a lot of this stuff now, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they're aware of it, but I think they're always kind of surprised that somebody as old as I am does it, because it is kind of like typically younger people who are doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the younger people are kind of a lot more popular, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean,
there's definitely exceptions to that, but
oh, for sure. I think that it's like a wide range, but the way I look at it is if there's someone who like looks like you doing it in any regard, then it's doable. You know what I mean? Like there could be another dad out there that's just getting started, like, oh, Sips is doing it, I can do it. And you know what?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I encourage any dad to do it, but don't for 1 minute think that you have outdadded me either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of competitive with it as well.
Like, you know, some of your buddies' friends' dads may have an account, but you're like, they're not doing Sip stuff.
What do you get, like 5 viewers? I mean, come on. Jeez.
Dad shaming on YouTube.
Yeah, just shaming other dads for trying to live the dream, you know? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, no, like they seem pretty cool about it. What about you? Like, do you have friends who know what you do, and are they kind of like, what the hell, Dan, what are you doing? Or are they all like pretty supportive?
No, I have a gauge, right? So if I meet someone, my wife has a really big family, and I have this gauge, and I'm like, okay, if I think they'll understand, I'll tell them. If not, I'll just say something else, you know?
Right. I mean, I kind of do that too. I don't always just open up with, "Hi, I play video games." You know, like if somebody's really serious, or I feel like they're maybe older, like much older than me, and they just won't get it, and I don't feel like explaining it, I just say, I just do media production or something like that, you know? Like,
which is very true.
It is true, yeah, but it's just like, traditional media production is making those like really corny corporate videos and stuff, right? Which I would love to do, but I don't actually do.
You should do one for your Twitch channel.
Yeah, I should. Have you seen my YouTube channel trailer?
I have. How long is it?
It's way longer than it should be, but it's got some really good special effects, especially at the start. There's like some explosions and stuff. It's pretty good.
I may, after we're done here, I think I'm gonna react to it because I've never seen it.
Okay, yeah, watch it. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's like my channel trailer for my YouTube channel.
Are you doing a voiceover on it, or is it just natural, organic? Okay.
No, there's some live action, and then there's some like voiceover stuff, like gameplay footage and stuff.
Okay.
But if you're thinking like that you're not like that excited,
Yeah.
the music that I used in it is the NBA Jam music. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is it DMCA certified? We're okay.
I get it's on YouTube, so like it's probably just not monetized, but it's an old. It's like I made it like 8 years ago or something. So
Okay.
it's just been up there for a long time, and I don't think the people who make NBA Jam really care that much. So
Okay. That's fair.
it's like the 8-bit NBA Jam music.
Got
Way
it.
back in the day.
Yeah, I can still hear that in my head.
Yeah, it's really good.
Evan Johnson,
what if
Charles Barkley, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson. I can see a lot of those teams.
Yeah. I mean, Charles Barkley he's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him golf before, though?
It is one of my favorite golf swings to watch in the entire world.
Oh my God. I was talking about Charles Barkley not too long ago, and chatter like, look up his like a driving montage of Charles Barkley playing golf. And I just figured, oh, okay, yeah, he's really good at basketball, so he's probably really good at golf. Wow. I was gosh, I was surprised. I think I can play golf better than him.
Do you play golf?
I mean, I've never really played a full game of golf, but somehow I've been to the driving range many times. I actually have like a decent drive as well. I can actually hit the ball and not look like really dumb doing it. You know what I mean?
It's because you have dad strength. I feel like once you become a dad, your inherent strength, although it may not change your physical appearance, is 5x. 5x what it was pre.
I think so. But like we had a in phys ed at school, our teacher was really into golf, and he did like a whole module on like. He took us to the driving range like a couple of times, like
in his car.
We would just be no, like on a bus, like it was like an organized. It wasn't like no. And like you know, like on the football field, we'd have tees and we'd be like practicing like chipping and driving and stuff like that. Like I don't think he was even meant to really teach us golf. I think he just wanted an excuse to like practice golf. But I feel like it's pretty good because now I can go to the driving range and do some drives and stuff, and it's one of those things like, do you ever have a thing where you can do something but nobody expects that you'll be able to do it, and then you just get those moments where you're like, hey, check this out, and they're like, oh yeah, fucking wait for it, like he's gonna, and then you do it really well or like at least somewhat competently, and they're like, whoa, I can't believe it, can't believe this guy has this ability, you know?
That's you with golf.
That's me with not golf, not the full game, just the driving range. Somehow.
Got it. No, I kind of feel that way in Tarkov sometimes. Like people watch me like, you know, how did he hit that shot? Because I'm not very good. But like every now and then, it'd be like getting a 250-yard drive. Do you call it different than 250 yards in the UK? You guys use a different measurement?
I don't know if what do they use in the UK, chat? I don't know. Like yards for me, like the only time I would ever use yards is like American football, which I played a lot growing up and I watched a lot growing up.
You played American football?
Still for me, yards. Yeah, like at school and stuff, and like I tried out for a team one time when I was young.
Did you make it?
Like,
did you play?
13 or something. I got to the last cut. And then I went on a family vacation. I missed a whole bunch of practices, and then they didn't let me in.
Yeah.
I don't think it was because of my lack of ability. Like I could run pretty fast. I was okay. Like I had the height and like the build for it. I was like really tall, like growing up. But I think it was just it's just bad timing. You know?
Yeah, as a former American football coach, you take that time away from the team. Like I'm taking a less talented kid that is, you know, has been there the whole time. No offense, I'm sure you had fun at Wally World, but while you're having fun at Wally World,
really did, yeah.
Your teammates were, you know, hitting and running.
It was like kind of traumatic because the whole time I was there, I was worried that I wasn't going to make the team, and I kept saying to my parents like, "Can we just like go home?" And they were like, "No, we're on vacation." And sure enough, we got home and disappointment once again.
You knew, your intuition was right. You're like,
I know.
All my friends are you know, sweating and you know, doing not fun stuff, and I want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty exciting though. Like I remember going to like sort of like our local community center to pick up my practice gear.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't like team branded. It was just like, like
Russell.
temporary
Ru-
colors and
yeah.
stuff like that. And yeah, it was good. I was trying it out to be a left outside linebacker, which I don't
Oh.
remember what they do, but
You
at the
got it.
time I remember.
You got to be tough and have some speed and be able to play in open space. So like,
Man,
you got some
maybe that's
skill.
why I got cut. Yeah, maybe.
How
Maybe
tall are
that's why I
you?
didn't make it. 6'2", 6'3"-ish.
Okay.
Like pretty tall, yeah.
You never played basketball?
Mm-mm. Again, I grew up playing it like with my friends. Like most of my friends, like we grew up in the suburbs, right? So it was fairly common for people to have basketball nets like above their garage or whatever. We would play like, and then we had like public courts like at parks or whatever. We would play a lot of basketball. I just never like played it. I never tried out for a team or whatever. Like maybe I should have.
I mean, do you ever think if you didn't get cut from football, do you think your life would be any different right now? Like you could be in the Super Bowl in a couple weeks.
When I got cut from football, I had a lot more time to play a lot more video games, and maybe getting cut from the team was like the best thing that could have happened. Developed a deep, passionate love for video games, and now here I am playing them all the goddamn time. So.
Do you remember, after you got the devastating news you didn't make the team, did you like turn to like Tifa and Final Fantasy VII to like ease the pain, or what did you play?
No, it wasn't anything like that. I was old enough to sort of be like, well, I didn't want to get on the team anyway, and then I went and smoked like a whole pack of cigarettes behind the bike shed. So
at age 13?
Yeah.
You're smoking at 13?
Yeah. It was like the high school I went to was just like that. It had a smoking section and everything. It was just really easy to get into that stuff.
I mean, that was like in the 70s.
It's just we left like elementary school when we were like 13, and then went into high school, started mixing with all these other schools and like bad apples and stuff, and next thing you know, boom, just a full-time smoker. Like I used to smoke a lot, actually, way more than I ever should have.
In school? In your high school?
Yeah. Like between classes. Yeah.
What? No,
This was like
you're lying.
93 or
That's the
something?
first
Yeah, no.
Sips lie.
No, it's not. I remember. I distinctly remember. Like you'd finish a class and then you'd have like 5 minutes to get to the next class. We'd run into the smoking section and quickly smoke, and then off to the next class. Like it was just the way it was. Yeah, just the way it was.
Because I think we're like, I mean, close to similar in age, but like that sound in the U.S. that's like happened in the 70s, and then the 80s
Yeah.
it was gone.
Right. I mean, for us, it was like late 90s when they started phasing all that out.
What did your parents say about like they were just cool? They like, yeah, take a smoke break.
Well, I don't think they really knew. I mean, they could smell it on me, but I don't think they knew like the full extent of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like we would spend a massive amount of our time standing in a parking lot waiting for people to go into the convenience store and like begging them to buy us like cigarettes and alcohol or whatever else we needed at the time, sort of thing. Like it's just I don't know. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing or something, but
Wait, so you couldn't
what we
buy
did.
the cigarettes, but you could legally smoke them in school?
yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, there was like this massive smoking section out at the back of the school. They had like picnic tables out there and everything. It was amazing.
Was it like
And the place I used to work at, the first job I ever had was at this grocery store, and like upstairs in the office. Like, so if you had like the right manager on in the evening and you worked in the right department, you could take your breaks up there in the office, and that was like a smoking area as well. You were allowed to smoke up there. Like nowadays, there's no way you'd ever be able to smoke inside anywhere, right? But
Yeah.
like back then, it was a lot looser, you know. Like I guess the regulations just hadn't come in. But I mean, like I remember going to like we'd go to like restaurants, like we'd go like get Chinese food buffet or whatever. And they had smoking areas. Subway used to have a smoking area, or like I mean, they're small. Subway restaurants are really small anyway, but you used to be able to smoke in there. We used to be able to walk around the mall and smoke as well when I was a teenager in Quebec. Which wasn't too far away from where I lived. So
what was your brand? Do you have a brand that you preferred?
Du Maurier Lights.
That's definitely Canadian. I've never heard.
Sophisticated, yeah. And players sometimes. I don't know if that's what are the American brands like Lucky Strike and Marlboro and Camels, I guess, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or are those still around? I don't even know.
I'm not one to ask about smoking, but they sound right.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I don't know.
Man, that is like, you got to wake up pretty early in the morning to say, like, to shock me, and you shock the school. Like, I get smoking in malls and restaurants and stuff back then, but in school, that's like,
yeah, no, we just like, I mean, it was outdoors, like you had to go outside, and you know, Canadian weather being as it is, it wasn't always pleasant or whatever. But yeah, no, it was like, I mean, you go out there and there'd be teachers back there too, like just because at our high school we had like I mean, maybe NL knows about this because he grew up in Ontario as well, but like you had the sort of precursor like credit system for university, which is like you were kind of like 19, 20 years old doing that. So like there were adults like at our school as well, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Wait, there were adults mixed in with
at
the
our
kids?
high school, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, not mixing with the kids. I mean, like high school for us was like sort of like 13, 14 to about like 18 or 19. Like you'd have, that was like the mix, right? So like seniors and stuff would be like quite a bit older. But you only need to be 19 to buy cigarettes and drink in Ontario. So yeah, kind of like adults.
Did you go to 13th grade? Because I know Canada has 13th grade.
That's what I'm talking about. 13th grade was what we would call OAC. So it was like Ontario academic credits. So it was like the sort of like you had to do OAC to get into university. So like the university and college system in Canada is a little bit different. College, anybody could go to, and you just have to pay tuition by the books and go. University, you had to qualify to get into university. And part of qualifying to get into university was A, having good grades, and B, having enough OAC credits to get into it as well.
Did you go to university or did you go to the college?
I went to college. I did not do OACs. Like I wasn't like I was academic at a push, but like I did not apply myself.
What does at a push mean?
Like you know, like when it came down to it, like if I needed to pass, I could like pull it out of the bag, sort of thing, like at the last minute. But generally no. Like I never tried or did my homework or anything really.
It wasn't your priority.
We're like a classic underachiever, I guess.
But you had, I mean, if you're a programmer, you had the skills to pay the bills.
Well, I mean, I learned how to program at college, but college was like hands-on, right? It got you ready for work, sort of thing. So like, you end up learning like a ton on the job too, right? Because like they sort of teach you like a language and the theory, and then you have to just apply that to whatever sort of language you're going to be using at whatever job you get, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
Like when I started working at the bank, we were using like this really, really old language for mainframe systems, which they wouldn't have taught in college, right? Because it's just like...
Was it on the punch cards?
It was based off of punch cards, yeah. It's like old IBM mainframes, yeah.
Did it have like the green screen and the syntax?
Yeah. It was all that, yeah. And it used to do like we used to have like batch processing. So like every night there would be like this massive what we just called it the batch because it was like a huge batch of processes that would run. And so from start to finish, this thing was just like this labyrinth of different programs that would run to like calculate interest, make payments, make this, do that, contact this part of the world, do that. There was like thousands and thousands of programs that would just run in this specific sequence. And every night it broke. Oh, fuck, it was unbelievable. And it all ran out of Hong Kong. So I used to get called in the middle of the night by people in Hong Kong. And so I'd have to log in and I'd have to like investigate what went wrong and debug stuff and put in like patches and stuff to make sure that things worked and everything. It was interesting, but really annoying as well.
So you would be the guy that would patch the bugs out?
Yeah, kind of like on the fly too, which is kind of weird. But you'd have to make sure that the batch ran, because otherwise the next day would be a nightmare. Like, you know, you'd just get customers calling all the time saying, oh, where's my interest and what happened with this and what? So you'd have to sort of put in quick fixes to make sure that the batch process finished because it had knock-on effects with other stuff. And then you'd spend the whole next day or week analyzing it in like a test environment to like fix it properly, sort of thing. And that was like my whole job. That's all I did.
Hey, I have a Minecraft question for you. Can I dump this milk in anything?
You can drink it. You can dump it into your gullet.
But is there like somewhere I can put it on display, like in a brazier thing? What are those things called?
You can make a like an item frame. It's kind of like a picture frame sort of thing. But you need leather for it. I think there might be some leather in here, actually.
But you know what I'm talking about? It's called like a brazier. It's like something you can dump lava into.
Oh,
Glazier?
I don't know if you can make them. I think you just have to dump it into like. I think you'd have to like make that yourself. I don't know if there's an item that you can put lava into.
What's it's like
brazier.
or a cauldron? Can I like? Is there anything like that? I can't dump it.
I don't know if there's cauldron. Is there? Oh yeah, no, there is a cauldron. Can you put milk in it though? I think you can only put water in a cauldron. I'm not sure. A brassiere or a brazier. I'm not sure.
Okay.
There is a cauldron though. I mean, you could try to make a cauldron. I think you need iron for it or something. Did you know if you click on the crafting bench, there's like a little green book next to. If you click on that, you can do a search. So like cauldron. Oh, maybe we don't have the. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong.
Does this every recipe, or you kind of have to like find them?
You have to find them, but so like sometimes you have to make an item first before you can cauldron. Whoops, I was spelling it wrong. Cauldron. Oh, there it is. Cauldron. Yeah, it's just iron. Do you want me to make one?
Yeah. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna
here.
see if I can dump it in there.
It's right next to the sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. I just told you I didn't go to university, so.
Hold on,
I can't spell either. It turns out.
Lost my milk.
You lost it?
Yeah, like I mean, I drank it, but I lost my milk source. Maybe that's more accurate.
Your source of milk.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for today? Are you just gonna play some Tarkov?
So Tarkov, and then so Ryan and I do this thing on Tuesdays called the Golden Egg Challenge series, where we we have a gaming challenge. So we lost last week, so I have to give a book report live on Twitch about a specific speed run since we lost.
And why do you think you lost? It was Minecraft, wasn't it, last week?
Yeah, we tried to do a 2-hour Minecraft speedrun and place in the top 100 spots in Minecraft or speedruns.com, and we fell a little short.
Okay. So like, will you do like a different challenge this week after the book report, or is the whole show just going to be you doing your book report?
No, so usually like if we win, there's no consequence. If we lose, there is. So we'll do our consequence and then we'll get into the next game.
Right. And is the consequence the book report?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Which like I was a little not salty, but like I could have spent more time on DADCRAFT, but I'm like, man, I got to do this book report, and then I remembered what homework is like. You know?
Yeah, and it sucks, right?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Actually, the worst. No, nobody wants to do it. Like, I barely ever did it, and then I used to get in trouble for not doing it. It's just the way it goes, you know?
Did you pipe back at your teachers, or were you just quiet? Like, you didn't mess with your teachers?
I wasn't overly sort of like, I wouldn't say I was confrontational as a student. You know, like, I wouldn't egg on a teacher or whatever, but I was probably annoying. Like, I was the guy, I was disruptive, right? Like, I would talk a lot when I shouldn't, or joke around when I shouldn't, and stuff, you know? Like, I used to get kicked out of class a lot. So I'd have to like spend time sitting in the hallways and stuff like that. And I look back now and I think like, why did I do that or whatever? I mean, it was kind of fun, you know? Like, it was just like, you know, like those times when you're in class and you get the giggles, you know you shouldn't be laughing and you're just like laughing like crazy.
I know that all too well.
There's just lots of that, you know? Like, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was like malicious. Like, I wasn't mean or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was just not engaged. You know what I mean? I was just like more interested in just like farting around, like making jokes with my friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Because I was a former teacher. I can, like, those kids I can get with. You know what I mean? Like, I can get around that. But the kids that were like outwardly disrespectful,
Yeah, no,
Like,
I wouldn't be like, I wasn't like that kid that would be like, "Would you say to me, like, do you know who my dad is?" or anything like, I wasn't like that at all. Like if a teacher yelled at me, I'd just be like, "Oh shit," like, I guess I'm going out in the hallway. But like I wouldn't contest it. Like I wouldn't fight against it. Like I realized like what I was doing wasn't like ideal, but
it wasn't.
I just
Yeah.
couldn't help myself,
Yeah.
Just wanted to have some fun.
Is this the official garden area, or is this just random?
It's just random, just because I was worried that we were gonna run out of food, so I just grew some stuff there just for now.
Okay.
But
Is there a place where I can put like do you have like an official garden area or an area you'd like to put a
No,
farm?
I'm just trying not to put stuff inside the perimeter of where this like base is gonna be. Which
Okay.
it's got to be said, we've done a really good job of clearing out. Look at this.
Looks
It's
great.
coming together.
Yeah. So basically, it's the only we're almost done, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
I got
just got to clear out a bit more, and then I can start putting like the sort of like framework around for where the circle is going to be, and then once like the sort of core round thing is down, then we can sort of figure out what we're going to put on the side, like if we want to like build outwards or if we want to build stuff inside or what, you know what I mean?
So basically, you want a 90-degree angle to be cleared out. So like from here, is this right?
Yeah.
So like here all the way over.
Yeah,
Or no?
Here all the way over. Yeah, might as well, and then lined up with the other one. But
Got
then it's gonna curve, but it's got space to curve. You know.
Got
what I mean?
it.
Like,
But so if we do 90
cleared out
degree,
that
it's
way.
fine. Just
yeah,
as like
perfect. Because
Okay.
we can just fill it back in with whatever after if we want to, or just clear out more around like where like the outer sort of ring is.
This is. I mean, there's some serious progress.
Yeah. No, I mean I've only been on here a couple hours today, and I'm loving what I'm seeing already. It's only going to get better,
Hey, there's only one small problem. Ooh, wait,
What?
it may be saved.
What's that?
The ivory petals.
Oh,
It looks like
yeah.
it's just outside the dome wall.
It will be. Yeah, it will be just outside. Yeah. Because look, if you're going to do the 90-degree angle, you'd be doing it on this. Yeah, so it'll just be outside. But I think eventually we will want to clear that as well.
What about the ivory
we don't
petal?
have to do it straight away because there's a thing in Minecraft called enchanting. So like you see the level, the number at the bottom of your screen, like right above your toolbar.
Yeah.
When you get to above level 30, so to enchant stuff, you spend XP, right? So like I'm level 28 right now. If I want to enchant some stuff, I have to spend my XP to enchant it. But the enchants that you could put on, like you can enchant a pickaxe to like mine faster, or you can get an enchant called mending, which means that like at the cost of XP, you can repair your tools. Which
I
is,
thought
like,
that was all mod
really good.
stuff. That's all vanilla stuff.
No, that's all vanilla stuff. Yeah, enchanting. There's tons of like vanilla enchanting. You can enchant like a fishing rod. You can enchant your sword, your armor, and stuff like that. It's really good. Oh, do you want some armor, by the way?
Sure. If you got extra, don't waste any good materials though. I'll take your olds. I'll take your hand-me-downs.
No. Here, I can make you a hat and probably some boots, which should tide you over.
Oh, I have a hat.
Oh, you made a gold hat.
Yeah, it's my
Nice.
construction hat.
No, that's very good. Here, take these boots at least. I'm right behind you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll put the rest of these materials in the box here. I gotta go because I gotta do
Yeah, good
I'm doing
luck.
this lobby. But I'll put all my materials in here. So if you guys are on later or whatever, there's diamonds. There's like all sorts of stuff. Feel free to use whatever.
I do feel like knowing Ryan a little bit, I would, and it would probably have to come from you. I would just maybe say whatever area you want to protect because he's like probably chaotic good. Like he may build something in the middle, which is
Do you know what? That's fine. I feel like it's a collaborative thing, right? If he wants to build something, well, we can just work around it. Like kind of like the portal. It wasn't in the best spot, but we made it work. Now look. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. Yeah.
It's the centerpiece.
So we'll
now.
just clean up Ryan's mess. Is kind of what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
We'll just clean it up every single day. Like if he's on tonight and he makes a mess, I'll clean it up tomorrow.
All right, Sips. Good luck, man.
Thanks, man. I'll catch up with you soon. We should try to play some Tarkov like at some point this week as well.
I'm in
for it.
I'm in.
I think I got lobbies today, tomorrow, Thursday, but I might be free on Friday if you're around.
Okay,
but
cool.
if not, we can always do it next week.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right.
See you, Sips.
Peace, Dan. See you later. Bye. Bye.
You know what? And I haven't brought up to him. I just thought he's the guy that. I may have brought it up to him, but that's that guy. Don't hurt me. No, we don't want to die. Okay, so I think we're good here. Look, I want to be a contributor to the society. I don't want to be I don't want to just take, right? So like I feel like we put in a hard day. You know, it's like the Minecraft. It's like the Reddit meme. It's not much, but it's honest work. What does he say? It's a hard living, but it's honest work. I feel like we put in a good day's work. You know? It ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah, and I would love to have this all cleared out, but we are stun locked by spawn point. It ain't much, but it's honest work. So I feel like, you know, we took out this chunk. We could do. How long is the Sips trailer? I'll do a reaction to it. It ain't work. That's honest work. We put in some pixels, man. Our guy's sweating. Put in some pixels. We need some food though. You can only. I feel like we need to eat. There's like some new stuff, man. Like I feel like vanilla Minecraft is souped up. Like I don't know what anthracite is. No, I'm good. I don't. You know, I just wanted to. Once we have like a plot of land, then I'll probably do a little bit more. You know, but right now I don't want to be the individual that just builds another portal in the middle of town hall. Like. Nothing wrong with being that guy, you know, there's certain design in place, but I just don't want to be that guy. All right. It's not shade. It's not shade. Look, I am just falling into the confines of the society of DADCRAFT. All right. You know, really, I want to build a, you know, farm, but if we were to build just a potential farm, I think we could do that. I mean, it's a great portal. It's great. I mean, it works. You know, maybe I just need to be more just. Look at that, though. Look at that.
Look at Curry, man. So inspirational.
That's like. I see, like I just need framework. Like Sips gives the framework, and we can just fill in. You know, obsidian feature wall. You know, but I mean, I would be okay with building an actual farm. You know. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like. I don't have this vision that Sips does, but I can adopt it, right? So he just says, hey, here's what I'm thinking. I'll make it. I'm the executioner. I'll make it happen. So that's why I don't want to necessarily build a farm. Because I don't want to ruin the vision. But let's do this. Let's see if we can get some seeds and then at least fill it up, you know? Ooh. Look at that. This is a great... Dude, this is good biome. We have swamp. We have water. There's some good stuff out here. We got it. Hello, Austin. Is this max draw distance? What does this look like? I want the full chunks and full unlimited. That's right? How do I turn RTX on? We look at the chunks, man. Oh, it's limited by the server. Put that on Bedrock. Okay, so let's just fill up this and then we'll get out of here. I feel like that's like a statement in Minecraft that's been said. Let's just do this. And then you can, oh, RTX is a different version. Can I download, if I buy the Microsoft version, will that turn RTX on? Oh, the server has to be RTX. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, you can't, there's no crossplay? Huh. Is the Microsoft, what's the Microsoft version? Just the same thing, but Microsoft? I would like to see what it looks like with RTX on. It's a totally different version. It's C#, and this is Java, huh? Interesting. All right, so let's get, whoops. Can you plant apples? Can you plant apples or no? You can, we're just like, oh, is that pumpkin? There are 3 different versions: Bedrock, Java, and Windows. Plant them in your mouth. What, well, can someone give me the first grade on the 3 different versions? Bedrock is PC and console. Java is PC only. Ah.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
What are those things? Leeches? Oh, new recipes. Okay, so we got one goal. Just get enough seeds to make it work. I'll take some Java's the best one. Yeah, we're gonna get some planting going. Get some. I wonder if that ruins it. Like, does using a hoe give us a chance for seeds? What do you guys think? Isn't Phoenix Wright just all reading? If that's the case, then you probably know the answer. It's pretty much just reading. Yeah, you're like a lawyer, right? You can enable official RTX in this. You can't, but you have to buy the shaders. Not really, but there's a lot of reading. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I couldn't finish the statement. I will say I've been reading this Star Wars book for a year and I haven't finished it yet. I need to finish it. I'm like on chapter 30. Like a New Dawn or something. It's called something Dawn. Something Dawn. It's like one of the first Star Wars books. Not Mythic Dawn. It's got I think a Twi'lek on the cover. DAE. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like if I get a good book, I'll read it very quickly. It's not really that good, and I really wanted to like it. It's really not. I wouldn't recommend the book. There's some like kind of cringe stuff too in it, and you guys know I don't like using that word, but it's what it is. A New Dawn, that's what it's called.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
Will that get wet, or only these get wet? They'll get wet. Okay. Your 13-year-old brother telling you Cobra Kai season 1 is cringe? Well, your brother doesn't appreciate good cinema, you know? All right. So I wonder why that's not getting wet. 4 tiles around it works. Why isn't that wet? Blocks within 4 tiles. I got you. We could do that, and we could have like a little patience. We could have like a little sugar farm. Eats, Airs, Battlestar Galactica. I think maybe put the sugar up here. Oh, pumpkins. Stuff some pumpkins in there. What a good game. I mean, look, it's not ideal. Will that grow? No, that won't grow. You got to break it for seeds. How do you break it? Oh, you got to break it. This is like, I'm excited for this because when we played Minecraft before, it had 8 billion mods and it's a little overwhelming. But this to me is like new enough where there's like good stuff, you know? There's like, there's enough to not be super complicated, but enough to make it interesting. You see that? The heck was that? Let's make a little, we can make this like the garden on the hill for right now and TBD. Guilty pleasure music? I don't look at music as guilty pleasure, but I like a lot of music. Well, we're just gonna finish up the garden and then we're gonna log out. By the way, I appreciate you guys being here if you're new. Hope you guys are enjoying the sauce. We go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're brand new and enjoying it, I encourage you guys to hit the follow button in the upper right hand corner to get your name in the upper left hand corner. I think that's good. That's 4x4, right? It gets wet pretty deep, yeah? No? Pretty deep. No? It's pretty deep. What's a little brother spam for?
I think that's little brother syndrome.
I just want to see, so 4 away from the water.